Hello and welcome back. This is the fourth video and the last video of our series where we are going to build this full stack Facebook clone. In this video we are going to finish building the backend of our app and deploy it to vercel. So let's go to VS Code. Okay, so quick talk before we start. If you ever get stuck or need help with the projects, you can book a study session with me on Fiverr, link in the description. Otherwise, you can join my Discord where you can find a community of people just like you. Okay, back to coding. Okay, now if we check the functions, so right here we can see we've said post instead of post. That's why our comments were not showing up. I'm gonna say save, and now this is one comment, the same comment for the number of the comments that we have. Now the like does not work because we have to say here the dependency that it's db, so db, and should we have id as well? I think yeah, db and id, and then right here we are gonna have the likes. Let's save, and now the like it's working back, and now we have the comments as well. Good. Now let's take the information from the comments and use it right here. So for this I'm gonna have right here instead of Joe Doe. So instead of, first let's actually do the image. I'm gonna say img, and instead of the guy I'm gonna have a comment that profile image. Save that src, no, save profile that image. Let's try image, I think. Save, no. Okay, so I think it's comment that data. So where is it? Comment that data that image, and now we get our image. Perfect. After the image we have the username, so instead of Joe Doe we have comment that user that data that username, and save. Perfect. Now let's add our comment. So instead of I love the color I'm gonna say comment that data that comment, and save. Perfect. And now we have our comments. What's left to do? Well, now we can update the number of the comments, the number of the likes, and the number of the comments right here as well. So I'm gonna search for 372. So here I'm gonna have the number of the comments. I'm gonna say $, and this should be comments or comments that length, and save. What's the problem? We have this. Oh, we have to add this into curly braces, and save. And now we have the number of the comments. Now let's do the same thing with the number of the likes. So I'm gonna go to the likes, and instead of this I'm gonna say, let me add this into curly braces. Instead of the number of the likes I'm gonna say $, so $, curly braces, and it should be likes that length, and save. We have 0 likes. Now if I like, I get the like. Perfect. Let me check what else we need to add. So I'm gonna create another post. I'm gonna say second post. I'm gonna add an image, Facebook thumbnail. Let's post this. This is loading, very nice. And here we have our second post. If we add, oh, here 370, so I'm gonna say Control F, 370. This should be the number of the comments as well. So let me take, actually I'm gonna do it manually, so like this, and instead of 370 $, and comment dot data, no, comments dot length, and save. And now we have here the number of the likes and then the comments right here. I'm gonna say first comment and post this. Perfect. Now I have the number of the comments. If I add another one, oh, we can change the image right here as well. I was close to forget that. So after the input, on the input, instead of the image of the guy, I'm gonna have an image tag, and here is gonna be session dot session question mark dot user question mark dot image. Nice. Let me go back to the header again, the header of this post. So at the header we had the user image. Okay, so we have to use the user image, not from the session. So so instead of session.user.image, we're getting this from the props from the post. So I'm gonna paste this here. I'm gonna say save, and it's the same image, so it looks fine. Now what we can do to make this even more functional, I'm gonna say when we click on this image, we want to go to the sign in page. So let's do this. I'm gonna go to the header, and do we have the session imported? Yes, we do. So in the right side, in this div with the user image, I'm gonna say on click, we want the sign in function. So let's save this. Now when we click on this, we're redirected to the sign in page. So here we can log in with our Google account, and voila, we're logged in. Now if we change our account, sign in with Google, we're gonna choose this one, and we're gonna okay, so we don't have the user image, we have to wait a little bit. Again, in the production this won't be a problem, but let's give this a like and a comment. So hello post. Okay, very nice, but this should not be the user of the user ref. So this should be the image from the user. Okay, so if you go to the post, if we go to the posts, okay, so here we get the user image. Okay, and this should be this one. Okay, so I think it's a problem. Yeah, this is annoying, but this should not be this image. So if you go to the post, and do we have the session imported? Yes. So this should be the image from the session. So in the input, then we find this comment, write a comment. Oh, here. This should be the image. Where is it? So write a comment. This should be session dot user dot image. And now let me check. Here on the left sidebar. I'm gonna go to the left sidebar. oops, and I'm going to look out for my name. So user name. Okay, so session.user.image. I was going to check if this is the same. Okay, so not in create post, not in post, but in post. So session.user.image and save. Perfect. Now we should get this. Perfect. What we want to do now, if we refresh, maybe now the image did not load. This is annoying, so I'm gonna change this to this account, and now when we click on this, as I've said, we were going to the login page. So when we are not logged in, what we want to do is to add a no user image to replace these ones. Okay, so let's go and add the no user image. So this one, no user.png. we're gonna use this image in the left sidebar first. So left sidebar, I'm gonna say import no user from /assets/ no user.png and save. I'm gonna take this no user and I'm gonna paste it. I'm gonna say session. So if we have a session, I want to show the, if we have a session, so session, if we have a session, we want to show the session. Let me make this bigger so you can see it well. This is a ternary, so if we have a session, we want the image from the session. But if we don't have a session, we want the no user. And let's save this. Now if we go to a different account, for example this one, let's wait. Now we have a session, so that's why it's not loading. Let me go back and let's inspect this. This is annoying because Google does not give us the image. But let's go to console, and here we have the link from our profile picture. So let's copy this and paste it right here. So here we go, we have the image, but Google does not let us show it. Anyway, we're gonna do the same thing with the stories, with the header. So I'm gonna go to the header, and where is it? Here, header, and Control F guy. Where is the guy? Oh, it's not anymore. So okay, so on the right side we have the user, we have the image of the user. Where is it? Okay, here. So if we have a session, then we want the user, the image from the session, but if not, we want the no user image. So let's import the image here as well. I'm gonna say import no user from /assets/ no user .png. So I'm going to log in on my different account, and I'm going to delete my Google history so we can see that so we can see the no user picture. So I'm gonna delete the browsing data from the last hour. And now if we refresh this, let's wait a little bit. Let me make sure I deleted this in the last 24 hours and clear data. Now if I refresh, I'm not seeing the image because, for example, in the header on the right side I have this no user, so it's no user.src, and save. Now you get this image. Perfect. So let's go to left sidebar and modify this as well, .src, and save. Now we're gonna do the same thing here. So on the create new post, where is it? Create post. I'm gonna go to the image. Now after we are done with this and the rest, we're gonna create the sign-in page, so stay tuned. Let's find the image. This is boring, but we have to do it. Session. If we have a session, then we want the session image, but if we don't, we want the no user image. So let's go at the top and import no user from /assets/ no user.png, and save. Again, we have to say that src right here, and save, and we get this image as well. Now in the story we don't get the rock story, so let's go to the story, stories, and where we have the rock. Let me check first if we need, oh yeah, we need to add the comment, the image right here. So let's go first to the post and go to the input, where we have here session. If we have the session, we want the image of the session. If not, the no user.src. Let's go back to the top and import the image. From /assets/ no user.png. Save. Perfect. Do we need it anywhere else? No, here. So here, but we don't get the name of the user, so here we have to say log in. So if you go here, if you go to the left sidebar and just below, if we have a session, we want the session username, but if not, we want to say log in. Nice. I think that's it for these images. So we are done with the images. Let's go to the story. Let's go to the story. So right here. So for these stories where it says my story, if we have a session, we want to show the session. So again, but if not, we want to show the rock image, the rock image dot src, and save. And the rock 20 actually, so the rock 20, and below we want to do the same thing, so session ? If not, we want the rock image, and save. Make sure you add a space here, save. The rock.src, and save. Perfect. Now after we log in, let's click login, sign with Google, choose this one. I have to enter my password. After this loads, we don't get the image from Google again because it's rate limiting us, but that's not a problem because you can see we get the image right here. Open a new tab, we have it. Let's refresh first. So it's this one, open a new tab. Okay, so we have the profile picture, but Google, it's annoying. Okay, let's continue. And the no user profile picture, it's not showing up because we have a session, so it's not showing up when we don't have a session. So let's go to the sign-in page and let's make this a little bit prettier. So in VS Code, let's go to the sign-in page, and here I'm gonna say that we have this button, so I'm gonna put this button inside this div, and at the top we want to import the header. So this is why React is so nice, because we can import the header from the components, and we get the header here as well in the sign-in page. To continue, here I'm gonna have another div with an image inside, and let's import image from next image, save, and the source should be Facebook logo. So let's import the Facebook logo, Facebook from slash assets and slash let's check in the header what's the logo. So Facebook from facebook1.png. So in the sign-in page, if you go back, from assets slash facebook1.png. Whoa, let's make this smaller. I'm gonna say width of 32, height 32. Save. I'm gonna say 40 actually, and save. Now let's center this. My bad. Now let's center. Okay, so we get the image back. Perfect. Let's sign in with a different account first. Sign in with Google. Oh, now we don't get something, is wrong. Localhost 3000, and now let's connect with a different account. Okay, so I think we've changed something here, so I'm gonna Control Z. Let me go back a little bit. You don't have to do this because I'm going back. Okay, so if you go to the sign-in page, can resolve as, let me refresh this, assets slash, okay, so slash, you don't have to change anything. I'm just adding facebook1.png and save. Okay, nice. Now if we click on Google, right, so I think we have a problem. Let me delete my browsing data. So I'm gonna say clear data, because we are not getting the option to choose from the accounts. So I'm not sure if we've changed something there. So here I'm gonna say click. Okay, so now we get the option. So let me enter my password. Okay, so let's go back. Now again, we don't get the picture, but now if you try to sign in with Google, oh my god, I think it's because I'm not logged in with my different accounts. So let me go to Google. Okay, so I logged in with my Google account, so now we should see different options. Okay, perfect. So now we get the different options. I thought there might be something that we did wrong, but no, everything it's okay. I'm gonna go to the sign-in page, and for the sign-in page, let's start designing it. Where this image comes, I'm gonna say width of 48 and height of 48, and save. And now let's center everything. I hope you were not distracted by all that, so I'm gonna let you see all my code now. Okay, so this is how it looks. I'm going to say here flex and save. Now I'm gonna say flex column, and here I'm gonna say item center. Very well. Let me make this smaller. Item center. Now we want some margin at the top, margin top of 20, maybe 16. Let's leave it at 12. And here for this button, we want to add it inside a div, and let's say margin top of 8. And let's make this button look a little bit better. I'm gonna say bg blue 500. Give it a rounded of full and save. Now I'm gonna give this a padding of 2 all around, maybe 3. Save. The text, so this button, I'm gonna say class name, text white, and this looks good already. Now if you click on this sign in now, we're gonna be redirected to choose. Now I'm gonna choose this one, and let's see. Perfect. Again, we don't get the images, but anyway. Now this app is probably done. So one thing I would add before we finish this, it's when we are in the sign-in page and we want to click on this Facebook icon, we want it to redirect us to the main page. So to do this, I'm going to import React router. So React router, so my bad, it's use router, so use router from next/router, but not in the sign-in page, but in the header. So in the header, I'm gonna import the router, and I'm gonna say right here, I'm gonna say const router equals with use router and save. Now let's use this router on the Facebook logo. So on click, I'm gonna say router, and we want we want this to be pushed, so router.push to slash, so the main page. So I'm gonna say this is gonna be a function, an arrow function, and slash router.push, and then curly, and then slash, and save. Now when we click on this, we are redirected to the main page. Perfect. Now let's go back and try it again. Nice. Okay, so I hope I did not forget anything from this app, but now we can upload this to GitHub, and then we can upload this to vercel. So let me go to GitHub. Okay, so here in GitHub I just created a new repository, so let's upload this to GitHub. So /Facebook, let me make this smaller. Okay, so now we can say here, I'll say git add git init first, then I'm gonna say git add all then git commit /m, and then I say first commit. Now let's copy this, git remote add, I'm gonna paste it right here, and I'm gonna say git push. Now let's copy this git push, paste it, let's wait a little bit. And now we should have, if we refresh, we should have our repo just here. Perfect. Okay, so after we've uploaded our project to GitHub, I'm gonna go to vercel, I'm gonna go to add new project, continue with GitHub. I'm gonna choose my project. I renamed this, so don't worry about it. Then I'm gonna go to environment variables, and let's add this Google client ID. Then let's add the client ID as well, add the secret from here as well, add, and the last one is Next.secret. So copy this, paste it, add, and now let's deploy our website. Let's wait for this to deploy. Deployment queued. So this is gonna take a little bit of time. Okay, so after some time we get this error because if we go here, error missing key prop from React.JS X. So let's open our localhost 3000 and let's see where we have this. So I'll say npm run dev, and let's see where this key prop error is coming from. Let's go to console. And we only have to add a key and that's it. So if we go here, warning, each child should have a unique key prop. Okay, so let's check this out. Probably this is in the post. So in the post, going to the comments down below, let's see how we rendered our comments. So header, comment section, see comments, okay, number of comments, comment section, first comment. Okay, so as you can see, we don't have a key prop right here, so I'm gonna say key equals with comment.id. So I think this should be the only problem. So now let's save this and let's refresh the page as well. Let's hope we don't have any more. Okay, we have another one. So another key prop. Okay, so as you can see, we have another one. So let's check every dot map. So I'm gonna say map, and we don't have any here. Let me make this big. So I'm gonna go here. We don't have any feed, not in header. So here we have one, so comment.id that we fixed. Then we have this one, so post.map. We have a key here. Then here we have one as well, so in the profiles. So I'm gonna say here key equals with profile.id and save. Let's see if we have in stories as well. So here we can add a key as well, so it's key equals with story.id and save. Now let's test once more. I'm gonna refresh this. And we still have this key prop issue. Should have a unique key prop. Okay, so let me go back and try to see what's the problem. So comment.id should be fine. Then here we have this, and then profiles. Let's see in the profiles, so in the right sidebar. profile.id, so we should have a div profile.id. Then we can try then to say that name. So I'm gonna say profile.name. This is not the best trick to use, but let's see if we can solve this way. Again, for this one, I'm gonna click save and let's refresh and see first if we finished. Okay, so one of them disappears, so now let's do the same thing with this one. So I'm gonna say here, I'm gonna say instead of story.id, I'm gonna say story.profile and save this. And now let's refresh one more time, and we still have it. So two children with the same key. Is because this story, I think it's because this story has a key. So I'm gonna say key here, and this is gonna be my story and save. Let's check now, because I'm not sure where the key problem is coming from, because it's not telling me. So we get these two children with the same image prop. I'm gonna try with background and save. Let's refresh this. Now, okay, so let's see, object, yeah, it's from here, but we have to add, it's from the stories, this problem, but we have to add a story that we might have to say here at the end. We have to give this UID equals with 1, then we have to give a UID for each story. I'm gonna say UID of 2, then here I'm gonna say UID of 3, then I'm gonna say UID of 4, and let's save this. And now we can say as the key, we can say, where's the key? My story, select story. Okay, so we can say story.uid and save. Let's refresh this. And now we don't get the key error anymore. So now we can go to vercel and redeploy this, and everything should be fine. So if we go to our projects, if you go here, and now we have to we have to split this terminal and commit this to GitHub. I'm gonna say git add all git commit /m key fixed. Now I'm gonna say git push git push fatal, not a git repository or any of the parent directories. Git push. Okay, so me personally, I have to go to GitHub desktop, but you can just say git push and everything should be okay. I'm gonna commit this to main, because I changed my GitHub repository because I had too many accounts on vercel, but you should not get this problem. Okay, perfect. So now let's check again in deployments. We have a new, after we deploy this, you can see I have 2 GitHub accounts, but you won't have this problem. Okay, let's check this now. We're waiting for this to load up. I'm gonna come back when this is done. Okay, so this site is uploaded. Now let's make this big screen and let's try to go to our Facebook app. Now I'm gonna click this, And now we're gonna have a problem when we click on sign in, but it's very easy to solve. So when we try to log in with our Google account, we get the same error as earlier. So let me go to translate to English. So if we click the details of the error, we have to do the same trick that we've done in the beginning. So let's copy this and let's go to Google Cloud. So I'm gonna open my Microsoft Edge, because again, Google Cloud it's only working on Microsoft Edge for me personally. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go to console, I'm gonna go to the APIs, so API and services, to the credentials, and now let's wait for this. I'm gonna click edit. Now let's add the link that we've copied, so we can delete everything until the vercel.app, and then here we can leave the full URL. Click save and we should be done. I think we don't have to do anything else, so let's go back a little bit. Let's try again to log in. Perfect. Now we can log in. So let me add my password, and voila, we have our Facebook app. We can add a comment. So now, as you can see, we don't have the problem with the images anymore, because the requests are coming from HTTPS, and so we see all the avatars of the names, the likes and the unlikes, the dislikes. And now let's try to log in with a different account. So I'm gonna click here. Let me go to English. You cannot connect because project sent an invalid request. You can try again later or contact developer. Access block request from project, it's not valid. Okay, let me refresh this. I'm gonna go click on sign in. Details, let me go to English. Can connect it because it doesn't follow Google Auth policy. Okay, so we are getting this problem because in our project, this is, I promise this is the last thing. We are going to the header, and at the sign in, when we have this sign in, this has to be an arrow function and sign in like a function. So now let's say git add all git commit /m, and this is gonna be last fix. I'm gonna say git push git push fatal not a git repository or any of the parental directories. Oh, it's in my GitHub desktop. Let me open it. I'm gonna commit to main, push to origin. So after you type git push, this should be done for you. So now if we go to vercel, if we refresh this, we can see, if we log in with GitHub. Okay, let me add my account because I deleted all the history. So okay, so now this should be the last thing. Okay, so if you go to deployments, if you go to Facebook deployments, now this is building. Let's wait for this to build up and let's see. Now this is installed. Let's go to Facebook Olivier. Let's go to our website. Let's try to log in now with our Google account, sign in, and we are logged in with this account. Now if I add another account, so we have the options, because I'm logged in only with one, so let me add another one to sign in with another one. If you have multiple accounts, you will see the options as well. So sign in. Okay, now we have the options. I'm gonna choose the first one first. Now let's try to log in with a different one. Sign in, and voila, we have the option to log in with a different account now. So I'm gonna comment something again. This is the end post, and yeah, well, this is the end of the Facebook clone series. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to support the channel. If you are stuck or need help with a project, feel free to book a study session with me on Fiverr, link in the description. Otherwise, join my Discord channel to become part of our community. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.